I'm in Damascus, right on Main Street with Sue. How gorgeous does she look? I love the color. I love the sort of sleeve. I am at Style Me Sue, which is a consignment store right here in Damascus. Not far from Jimmy Cone, actually.
That's right. That's right. Everybody knows Jimmy.
Everybody knows Jimmy Cone. Well, thank you so much for having me here today. So clothing, have you always been, even when you were younger, like somebody who put a look together or, was able to kind of take things?
It's funny. I've always loved fashion, but not the outfit. But I can remember one of my earliest memories, and I tell this story in the store a lot, is when I was 3, I lost a red purse in the woods. And my dad was like, "Why do you have a purse?" Well, you never know what you're going to need, right? But a red purse, we lost it in the woods.
Wow.
So
that's a core of you were like attached to that.
I've loved purses and jewelry for as long as I can remember. Yeah. Sometimes I don't remember so much because I've always been hard.
Purses for me too. What is it about purses?
Purses is like a lifeline for women, and coats, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'm not a coat. It's not for me, coats. Purses, and yeah, it's definitely bags.
My mom always looked really good.
Yeah, that's nice. And yeah. So you kind of did the corporate thing for a while. And then you figured out, hey, I think I can do something around people looking good here in Damascus.
Absolutely. Well, it's funny because I think I have more customers from everywhere else more than here in town.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. I'm here because I live here.
Yeah. So you live in the area.
And I also love these windows.
Yeah, the windows are nice.
Oh, yeah.
They look right out onto the street.
Absolutely.
So you decided, hey, here's a space for some retail. And this was 8.5 years ago.
We were here 8 years in April.
8 years ago. Wow, that's good.
I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that.
You should be.
Thank you.
Yeah, because retail is difficult, So did you have any background in retail at all?
Retail, yes, not brick and mortar.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a big stressor. You got bills to pay when you have a space like this, right?
Yes.
So tell me about your thought process on the clothing that you accept, because we were talking a little bit earlier about your point of differentiation to some other types of stores like this. What is your thought process kind of when you came into this? You said, I want to do.
Even before I started, I decided that I wanted to have something for the typical woman. When we started 8.5 years ago, there were a good handful of consignment stores around. That's not really true today, but there were a lot of high-end and a lot of thrift stores when we started. And I decided that I wanted to clothe the typical woman. We have a lot of J. Crew, Banana Republic, Chico's, Talbots, Ann Taylor. I take that back. We don't do real well with Talbots in here. Ann Taylor, that kind. But it wasn't so much a store that just to have clothing. I wanted to go a little deeper. As a stylist by trade, I wanted to go from my personal experience when I would go into people's homes and I was helping them edit their closet. And they would have so much and they didn't know what to do with the things that were gifts. They didn't want to offend whoever gave it to them. They would have things that were too expensive that they didn't want to go right to donate, or they had too many things that they had bought on sale and they didn't know what to do with it. So they had so much. And so my store, certainly you can find a lot of great things, but really a lot of things that are new with tags or barely worn. So my thought process number one is to help you let go of things that are just cluttering your closet, things that you've worn a couple of times. So not only are you letting go of things, but you're uncluttering your brain. And so I like to say that you are letting go of things and you're helping girlfriends that you've not even met yet find your things. And it's just work. So I'm a stepping stone to allowing you to donate, because if it doesn't sell in here after a certain amount of time, I don't even give you the option to have it back. I'm not even
once it's out of your house, that's it.
I'm not even tempting you, with the exception of better purses. Because if you bring a really, really great purse in, I do give you the opportunity to have it back, but then I follow it up by saying, what are you going to do with it?
Right.
And if you say, well, I'm going to let my sister have it, or I'm going to let my best friend have it, then of course I'm going to let you're going to have the opportunity to have it back.
Yeah.
But I am going to let it go to donate on your behalf.
Yeah.
The store doesn't get any opportunity or any benefit from something that goes to donate. It gets donated, it's on your behalf. And at the end of the calendar year, if you like a tax receipt, just let me know and you get a tax receipt.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Look, I do think the decluttering, the one in, one out rule, it's very easy to find yourself drowning literally under your stuff. And so knowing that some of your things will get a second life or a second home with somebody else is awesome. Now, one other thing that you have here that most other stores don't is the formal wear.
Absolutely. We're very well known for our formal wear. I like to call it the mother of the somebody dresses. But the reality is we have cocktail wear. We have short and long cocktail wear. If you're going to a gala, who goes to a gala? But if you are in need of a fancy dress, we have it. If your granddaughter is looking for a prom dress, we have it. Our prom dresses, and we all know what a prom dress looks like. We really try to keep those off the floor until January. We try not to even accept those until January. Short homecoming dresses, we have those. And we actually do accept formal wear on a walk-in basis. We really try not to take much of anything on a walk-in. Everything is by appointment only, with the exception of formal wear and better purses. Some things, there is a handful of other things we take on a walk-in. If you're interested, you're welcome to call, but appointments.
Yeah.
So we try to have a good variety of formal wear all the time.
So after 8 years in this business, I am assuming you're an expert at, figuring out values of things and knowing what is a good quality purse or shirt or pants or whatever that is. How long did that take you to kind of right away?
I've been really lucky.
Yeah.
I really, and that's because I've been a shopper forever.
Yeah.
But I am really, really proud of our price points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really am.
Yeah.
It's not the only thing I'm an expert at.
When you say better quality, like I've been looking around, you have some Kate Spade bags. What else do you look for in a bag if somebody's got a Coach, I would imagine?
Vintage Coach is fun.
Yeah.
I will say it makes me sad that we have a hard time with a non-branded, because I have seen, especially in the beginning, people would bring me amazing Italian leather and I couldn't sell it.
Wow.
And it would just bring
no name.
Yeah.
No Anye in here. I think that was big when I was young. That was popular.
We still do get some Anye, and I put it out. But it,
they don't appreciate it like we did when we were young. Yeah,
that was
80s. That was the thing. That was
older than you then, because we were in the 70s.
Okay,
but we don't even take it anymore.
Yeah.
It's because that's one thing I don't want to. I'm going to be very transparent, and I don't accept it, and because it doesn't sell.
Do you recommend any? Do you guys utilize any online type places to sell now? Okay, so
we don't, because we're really a one-man band.
Yeah.
Well, like a 1.5-man band. And I think that most people don't realize that. You come in here, and I don't care if this is my store. I'm talked about it like it's my fifth grandchild. It's a beautiful store.
Yeah.
And I think people are shocked when I say that it's myself, my daughter. We're the ones that do 90% of the work. I have a couple of people that I have wonderful friends that help me, that volunteer, that keep the racks looking the way they look.
Oh, nice.
I'm very, very, very fortunate. If you ever want to come in and make sure things are in where they're supposed to be, come on in on a Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
But we just don't have the time. We don't have the time and the manpower.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's
a lot of extra work for sure. All right. So you are open Thursday to Sunday?
Nope.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right on Main Street here in Damascus. Do you put anything online?
Oh my gosh. We're on Facebook. Style Me Sue Consignments on Facebook. Style Me Sue on Instagram.
Style Me Sue Consignments.
Formal wear, better purses, Chico's, Lululemon, and Lily Pulitzer. Currently, we will take those on a walk-in basis on Thursdays and Fridays. Call, have a conversation. You might have something else that I have to have for the store.
Style Me Sue. Come shop, especially if you need that fancy dress for some of those holiday parties coming up later. And we really appreciate the time.
I appreciate you. And I'm going to congratulate you again for your 100th
Thank you.
episode.
Yeah.
And thanks for having me.
No problem. We're looking forward to the next 100 with great people like Sue right here.